Okay, I'm Roseanne Sarika Benedict. I'm with Compass in Greenwich. And as you know, I do my Makes You Want to Move series on Wednesdays. And I decided to add a little new component to that series. And I'm going to interview the agent who is the listing agent for that property, who is Mark Snider. And he's in Franklin, Tennessee, or is it Nashville?
I live in Franklin, Tennessee, but I'm out of the Green Hills, Nashville office. We have 3 offices in Nashville.
Okay, great. So we're going to be speaking to Mark about his listing, which is a fabulous new barn and on 106 acres. But before we do that, I just wanted to have some casual conversation with Mark. Tell me, Mark, a little bit about yourself, why you're a realtor, why you like Compass, anything about Franklin. So take it away.
Well, Franklin's my hometown for 24 years. We moved to Franklin from Nashville 25 years ago, before Franklin is what it is today, and raised our children there. And, I've been in real estate at different levels since I was, a teenager, 18, 19 years old.
Oh, really? Wow.
Rental property. And then I worked in the medical device industry for many years, but kept, investing in real estate on the side. And I became an affiliate broker in the state of Tennessee 4 years ago, and with a nice boutique firm. But I came to work for Compass in September, primarily out of the request of a friend of mine who coached my son in football, and I joined with the Tony Carlatello team. Great guy. Okay. Compass has proven to be a great fit for how I like to work. And I can't say enough things about the guys that run our brokerage in Nashville.
Wow, that's great. It's good that you found some place that you really love, right?
Yeah, I like the people.
I'm sorry?
I like the people that I'm working with a lot, and the technology, what we have at our fingertips to promote our businesses, far and away the best I've seen.
That's great. That's great. It's great that Compass has an amazing referral base, right? They have something like 20,000 agents. So, yeah, how do we get to know all those agents? So that's why I thought I'd do this series where I can reach out and meet the agents, and then hopefully we can, work together to get your property sold. So,
well, thank you, and I appreciate you reaching out.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your 9,000 Old Harding Pike property?
So 9,000 Old Harding, as I mentioned, is nestled kind of on the edge of Williamson County. Just a small portion of this property does sit in Metro Davidson County. Okay. But primarily it's in Williamson County, and it has a Williamson County address and all the schools that come with Williamson County. From downtown Nashville, it's actually about 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
It's about 10 minutes or so to downtown Franklin, and about 10 minutes or so to Leapers Fork. So it's centrally located to all those nice little places someone would want to be. If you've seen the listing, it's a modern barn house. It was built to be simple by the family who lives there. It was completed in 2017. It's 4,200 square feet. It's expandable. It's an energy efficient home with foam insulation throughout. The Little Harpeth, or the South Harpeth River, runs through the property. Harpeth River is the river that runs right downtown Franklin, Tennessee, and feeds into the Cumberland River, which is right downtown Nashville.
And explain to me, is there fish in that river?
Trout. There's trout in that river. Matter of fact, the owners of this property, their son, he's in college now, but when he comes home from college, the first thing he does is put on his waders and he's fishing in the back of in their backyard.
How great is that, right? So I did notice that building on the aerial view. So there was some sort of like barn party room. Is that building, or is the party room connected to the house? I wasn't quite sure.
Well, there's a barn just at the river's edge.
Okay.
And they've used that barn for gatherings. They've had their sons senior graduation parties there.
Oh,
They had a baseball diamond built in the back because he played baseball for his school, and they all came and played baseball. But yeah, there's a barn on the property. It's a small barn, but it has been used for, multi-purposes.
The things that I loved when I was looking through the photos, besides the whole house, I mean, it was really very cool, was I loved the outdoor space. So they had that big outdoor fireplace. They had the screened-in porch, one of my favorites, and an outdoor deck as well. And then I think you mentioned in your description that there was a waterfall as well. So tell me a little bit about that outdoor space there.
So I'll start with the outdoor space around the home. Lots of outdoor space. They do a lot of living there. As you mentioned, there's an outdoor fireplace just off from the family room. There's another area on their deck where they use for eating and grilling. From that deck space, if you'll reference the pictures in the listing, that space where they do their grilling and eating outside goes into a bit of a breezeway. It's a breezeway between the main house and a secondary section of the house, which houses a very, very large multi-purpose room, a garage, another bedroom and bathroom. But between that section and the main section is a breezeway that can be used for dining. If you wanted to enclose it, you could certainly enclose it. It's not considered square footage since it's not heated and cooled at the moment, but it certainly could be. There's usually a gentle breeze in that area. So it's cool even in the summer.
That's nice. Wonderful.
The waterfall you mentioned is actually across the river and back in between some of the hills. There's a waterfall there. There's a creek there on that side of the river that runs into the river. And then there's actually an underground creek. The creek from the waterfall ends at a certain point, goes underground for a very long distance, and then pops back out as a creek again before flowing into the South Harpeth River. It's very, very private. You're so close to everything, but that area of the property is unbelievably private.
Going back to the house, I know there's 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a really nice family room with the beautiful high ceilings. Did the owner design that himself, or has he?
Yeah, he and his wife designed the entire home, and they took some of their architecture. They got some of their ideas from other local homes in the area. There's the money that's flowing into Middle Tennessee, Nashville area, Franklin. It's just unprecedented. I mean, it's coming from all states, and a lot of times folks will move here, whether they're local or whether they're coming from another state, and they'll buy a lot of acreage.
Yeah.
And what you see in the landscape here is you'll see homes that are built to house their horses. So they're barns and their houses all at the same time until they're able to build a larger home somewhere on their property. So it's pretty common to see it here. This home was built as a home, as a house, but also to kind of fashion some of that barn look. It's very comfortable. It's cozy, plenty of space to spread out. If you've got a larger family, there's places in the home across the breezeway to the secondary part of the home. You can get away from the main house and still be under the same roof.
Great. That's great. Well, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thank you for taking the time. I know you had a really busy morning. And if anyone watching the video has any interest in this great home, they can reach out to Mark. I'll have your contact information in my post. Or of course, you can always reach out to me. As I said, Compass has a great referral network, and they have hired the best agents around, so we can find you the best agent, whether you're buying or selling. So Mark Snider is going to make you want to move once you see this property. And thanks again, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Roseanne. I appreciate your time and your interest.